Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing a video today that a lot of you said that you really wanted to see. So I put a call out over on Insta stories and on Instagram to see if anyone would be interested in this video. And everybody said yes. So here it is. I know it's going to be a mission, and I'm going to try and speed it up a little bit because otherwise it will take an hour. So this video is like a decluttering / my makeup collection. So I've gone through already and done a few bits and pieces. I've tidied up. So about a week ago, this room was overfilled with boxes and packages and bubble wrap and all sorts of stuff. There's still some stuff that has to go away. And so when I checked out my drawers, I saw that they were overfull. And I'm pretty good, I have to say, I'm pretty good at getting rid of stuff that I don't like or don't use. But just by the nature of what I do, there's just a lot of stuff. So what you're going to see is not the biggest collection you've ever seen. Like I said, I'm pretty good at culling. But there is a lot more stuff than I could ever need or ever use. So welcome to my room. I thought I would give you a quick overview of what everything is so that you can kind of get your bearings in this room. So this is my vanity and where I keep all the product that I receive and use and love. And then I've just got some little pictures on the wall there, trying to make my background a little bit more interesting. And then over here, I'm sure you've seen this before, this is my vlogging desk. So this is the backdrop that you usually have at the back of my videos, or sometimes it's like this or just around there. And so starting over here, well, first of all, you can see my ring light just there, and that's what I use to film with when it's dark. And you can see that there's a set of wire drawers there, and that's kind of like my sorting area. So in the top drawer there is all the stuff that I've recently been sent and I need to review, or I need to include in some posts, or I need to try out. Down here is some stuff that I have tried out and that I like and I'm keeping, and that I just need to get through. So there's a lot of product in there. In this one here, it's actually empty except for a little storage tray. And then down below there are some makeup bags and stuff like that. Let's get to the top. So this top here is where I take all my flat lay. So all of my Instagram photos are either taken here or here, depending on what the theme is. Alright, getting on to the desktop. So I've used old magazines to try and bring a little bit of lift to products. I feel like the lower they are, they're kind of less organized they look. I don't know, it's just this thing that I have. But I've got all my brushes, or most of my brushes here. These are all my like eye blending brushes. Then I've got my larger sort of powder brushes, that one should be in there. Then I've got all my other like miscellaneous small brushes, so like packing brushes, detail brushes, concealer brushes. I've got my other smaller brushes here, and then down here I've got like other stuff like all my I'm obsessed with tweezers, eyebrow brushes, spoolies, a spatula, all that sort of stuff. Moving on to this letter or file divider from Officeworks, I thought it just fit in quite well with the rest of the desk. And in this top drawer here, I have, sorry about the shadow, I have my ColourPop stuff, and I've got all my pigments and my glitters. And I've got a little space here, and I've got an idea about what to put in there. And then down here is where I keep all my powders. And I can't fit this one in here yet, but I have got a good idea. Once I get rid of a couple of these, it might fit in. And I'm thinking about decantering this into another little container. So here is my light up mirror. That's what I use to apply my makeup. And then behind here, I've got all my lip pencils, which will need to be decluttered, as well as all of my ColourPop lip stuff and a couple of other lip glosses. And then here I've got all my prep stuff, so all my like facial sprays, setting sprays, my moisturizer that I use every morning, Q-tips and all that sort of stuff. Now this is currently a mess. So this is skincare, and I have just topped a whole bunch of stuff on top of there because I need to find room. So I'm going to have to declutter this area, and I'm going to have to get rid of some stuff that's past its use by date or getting there, or some things that I just haven't used that I thought I would, and pass those on so that I can introduce some new stuff. Okay, so now on to where I keep a lot of my face makeup. So my concealers are up here, and this will definitely be needing a declutter. We have my foundations. There's not so many, I recently got rid of a whole bunch. Primers, this will be decluttered. And then this is all like bronzers, contour, face palette-y kind of stuff. so here is the stuff that was on top of that little set of white drawers. And my first idea was actually to get rid of this container. And I was thinking of just putting my ColourPop lip pencils in this once I've decluttered it, and then putting these in the top drawer here where all my other ColourPop stuff was. So there's a little gap here. I might go ahead and put these in here. And then I'm just going to straighten these up. And then I've got a whole bunch of pigments and glitters, and just I'm in love with them. If you're interested in these, I can do a more in-depth collection video at some other point. Alright, so now I've just got a whole bunch of lip pencils that I want to make my way through. I want to get rid of a bunch of them because I just don't use them, or they've been around for far too long. That's not bad, right? I got rid of these are my powders. And it's a little heavy, so it's hard to get open. So I'm going to keep my air spun because I love this. This is my Laura Mercier that actually cracked, and it's not actually Laura Mercier powder in there anymore. There's some other mixture, so I'm going to get rid of this. I know. This I think is almost about done, but I'm going to hold on to it until I finish it. This is a great powder. Now this Ben Nye banana powder is far too dark for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in what I call my kit. I'm not a makeup artist, but I do makeup for friends every now and then. And so I'm going to stick this in there because this will then suit people who have darker skin tone than me. This is really old. This is like 5 or 6 years old, so I'm going to get rid of that. That's a veil. I'm going to hold on to my Fresh and Flawless. I'm going to get rid of my Stay Matte because it's quite old. And to be honest, I just don't use it very often. In here, I actually only just put it in the pouch the other day when I found it. But this is the Perfecting Blotting Powder from Becca. If you've never tried this, it's actually really nice. It's not a setting powder. It doesn't work to set your makeup in place. But if you get shiny throughout the day, it works really well to get rid of that. So I'm thinking of actually putting this in my handbag. Love this Healthy Balance from Bourjois. Really, really nice. Keeping Sexy Mama. I have 2 of the Bye Bye Pores, so I might get rid of the loose and I might hold on to the pressed. So I'm not going to chuck that out, I'll probably just give it to a friend. I haven't really used this very much. It looks like it's similar to the Makeup Forever, but I'm going to hold on to it just so I can try it out. This is brand new, I'm going to give this one a try soon. And then this is some really, really old Nude by Nature mineral powder, and what I'm going to do with this, I think I'm going to throw out the powder because it's very old. And I think I'm going to put my RCMA powder in there. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done that. So that is now No Colour powder from RCMA. Okay, I'm going to ignore skincare for the moment. I might do that one by myself and just show you what it looks like when it's all finished. But let's move on to one of my favourite drawers, which is my concealer drawer. Okay, this drawer is chock-a-block full of stuff that I need to get rid of. So there's some stuff in here I'm going to again put into my kit because it's just the wrong colour for me. And there's stuff I'm going to get rid of. Alright, let's start. If I put it down here, it means it's getting thrown out, or it's just too old or anything like that. There's nothing really I can get rid of out of here other than this one here, which I really, really like this, but it's the wrong undertone. It's really yellow. Although what I'm going to do is now that I haven't used it since I've gotten a tan, I might try it now that I've got a tan, and then if it doesn't work, I'll try it tomorrow. I'm going to get rid of this one. Actually, I will get rid of this because it's very old. This is way too light, but it's great for winter. And then the MAC Studio Waterway is just too light coverage for me. I'm going to give this one away. So this is a maybe. Alright, so here are primers, and this isn't a primer as such, but I keep it in there. Keeping that, definitely keeping Law primer. Hylamide, definitely keeping that one. Keeping that. Getting rid of the Stila One Step. I just never liked this one. I know people love it, but for me it just didn't work out. Keeping that under eye just for a little bit longer. It's quite old, I think it was last Christmas. But I'm going to hold on to it a little bit longer, then I'm going to get rid of it. A mini eyeshadow one. That girl has to go. It's about 3 years old. Keeping. I really like this, but it has changed texture, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Gonna get rid of this one. I haven't really used this one enough, so I'm going to give this one a little bit more of a try. Love my strobe cream. This Studio 10 one's almost finished. This is quite an expensive primer and it's quite nice. But it's just about finished, and I think I got this over 12 months ago, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Keeping, love. I've used so many tubes of this. Never used this one. So this one came in a gift set. It'd be interesting to see if it's a dupe for that one. Keeping. Almost done with it actually. Keeping, really like that one. Even that's a sample, I'm getting rid of it. It just balled up every time I tried to use it. Mini hangover. Keeping. I'm going to get rid of this one because it's old. I've got the mini one there that I'm going to use. That's the other one. This one's almost finished. I might get rid of this one. That's a sample of a Giorgio Armani. Just hold on to that one. Okay, so last drawer here. There's a few things we can get rid of and actually just put in my kit because there's no room for it here. Okay, so starting off with this, I love this, I would never get rid of it. This is the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder in light. I'm gonna hold on to that. This duo from Sephora, it's far too dark, it's broken, it's gone. The honey bronzer from the Body Shop, really nice, holding on to that. This is a beautiful product. It's looking a little beaten up, but I'm going to hold on to it. So if you haven't tried this, give it a try. The NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. Not a bad product, but I just never pick it up because it's a little orange. Keep. Oh, really like this, just haven't reached for it in ages. Going to give it another try. Keep. Oh, so conflicted. Was so excited by this, but I just never reached for it, and it's just the wrong shade for me. True Love Forever, Keeping. Love this, love it, Keeping. Only just got this, haven't even tried it barely, so holding on to. So this is a face palette I got just before Christmas. Really nice, holding on to that one. This is from the Christmas collection. Haven't even used it yet, and really good for traveling because it's so small. We have an old NARS cheek palette, love it, keeping it. I made a friend in Texas send it over to me. This is a beautiful blush palette, but I'm just not using it. I might actually put this one in the kit. Same thing goes with this Cover FX palette. It's beautiful, it works really, really well, but it's just too dark for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in the kit. Love this palette, definitely holding on. And then the last thing in there is the Shade and Light, which I'm definitely holding on to. And then there is the skincare that I've cleaned up a little bit. So I've gotten rid of some old product. I've put in some new stuff that I really want to use up and try out. I've also included that. There's a lot of little bits and pieces that were falling all over the place. I'll put them in a jar there. Then just to summarize it in here are all my concealers. Here are my foundations. This kind of gets me excited to try some new stuff out for 2017. Primers, there are still quite a lot of them there, but I just feel like different primers do different things, and so you kind of tend to have a few more of them. And then there's the contour bronzing sort of stuff. Let's now move to this drawer. So all that's left is that drawer there, which is going to be very, very hard. And then this one I want to show you that I've already done and kind of show you my organisation here. Okay, so this set of drawers, this here is empty. This here is empty. This one I'll skip in it for a sec and then I'll move on to this one. And this one here, it's all moved back, but when you move it forward, you'll see that that's all my nail polish collection. And I know it looks like a lot of nail polish considering someone who has acrylics at the moment, but these two here were completely full. I reckon I got rid of a good 200 nail polishes. And I'm happy because I've now got 2 spare drawers, and I don't know, and we'll get to that a little bit later, but I don't know if I'm going to use these for palettes or if I'm going to move all my lip stuff over here. So that's all my nail stuff. All my favourite colours are there. And then down the bottom here is where I keep like false nail stuff, nail art, nail care stuff, and then lashes. And then this drawer here is where I keep all my face masks. So I keep my baby wipes there for cleaning up, as well as some face wipes, some spare Q-tip stuff, spare baby wipes there. And then these are all the masks that I like to use regularly. So all my sheet masks are all here in one big pile. I've got a lot to get through there, I love them. And then a whole bunch of other masks. I'm not going to get rid of anything. This was just cleaned up early this week. So this was all done this week so that I could get on to the more interesting stuff, which is the makeup. Alright, so on this side here we've just got, actually, you know what? Those up there, even though they're only being used as decoration, they're old. I can get rid of those juicy lip glosses. And then up here I've got some more magazines. I've got some brushes that I don't use as frequently. I've got one of those juicy shaker lip things. I've got a candle, all my most used perfumes that I really love. And then down here some more magazines. I've got a bottle of bubbly up the back that a company sent to me, some decorative stuff. In here I've got a whole bunch of lip balms. And these two here I like to keep out of the sunlight, so I just keep them there. And then back here I've got a Z palette with all my Makeup Geek shadows in there, and that's because it doesn't really fit in this set of drawers here, so I'll have to sort that out. And then I've got a Morphe palette. I've got a big mirror that I use when I'm filming, and then another Z palette with some blushes and stuff in there. Then we have this set of drawers here, and it's all my liquid lipsticks. Up here are the Revlon HD liquid lipsticks, the matte ones, which aren't all that matte, but are just a beautiful lip colour. Then over here I'll show you. Now, I don't know if I need to declutter this or not, because I go through this pretty often. As you can see, I have a particular colour that I do like for liquid lipsticks. Yeah, so, and then we've got some randoms here. So we've got some reds and dark pink, some more like mauvey ones, I just don't fit. And then we have another NYX liquid lip, there's a Ciate one. Alright, all of the reds that just came from Bourjois, these are the ones that there's a video up at the moment about that, I'll show you those. These are the Elizabeth Arden ones, I'll give you a link to that one. The Meet Matte, love those, more tart ones. Now, I used to have so many of these, and I have gotten rid of a whole bunch of them. And these are the only ones that I've kept because I really, really like those shades, but I never wear them. I'm going to get rid of this one here, but these two matte ones I love. And then there's some Clinique ones that I really like. Here's my Bite Beauty like lipstick ones. There's one here I think I'll get rid of because it's just a colour I'll never wear. Yeah, that one there, I'll never wear that, so get rid of that one. And then I love this one so much, but it's more or less destroyed. I'm going to hold on to it just for a little bit longer, just because of that colour. And then I'm going to hold on to those three Bite Beauty ones. And then because I've got that little bit of space there, I might put these in here. Alright, so these are the ones that are really going to be a mission, because there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that I don't want to get rid of, but I do need to make some room for some more stuff. Alright, so this drawer here probably won't be too bad because there's a lot of stuff I can get rid of. So we have eyebrow stuff here, we have mascaras, there's plenty I can get rid of. We have coloured or pencil or gel eyeliners, we have liquid eyeliners, we have some tools there, we have some cream eyeshadow bases and stuff like that. Let's start with the brow stuff. Getting rid of this thing from Physicians Formula. I actually really like the way this does your brows, but it pulls out so many hairs. You can probably see there's some hair brow stuck. I have two of the Browsings palettes. This is in the old packaging, but they're different colours, so I'm going to keep both of those. I love these. The 3D brow tones I really like keeping. This MAC eyebrow gel, still really good. It's just really stain and colour. I'm going to get rid of this one because I've used it a lot. This is just a brow wax in pencil form. I want to pass that one on, I've never used it. There's an Eyelure one. I just didn't like the texture of this one, so I'm going to get rid of that. Keeping precisely my brow. Keeping Car Brow, love this. I'm going to pass on the conditioning primer. I just don't use it. I don't find a need for it. Give Me Brow, Holy Grail, holding on to it. It's almost time for a new one though. Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, holding on to that. The Master Precise, I'm either going to get rid of that one or put it in my kit. I'm not sure. I'm going to hold on to it for now and just put it in my kit and then we'll see. I'm going to hold on to the Bookie Brow, the light one, because that's great. But I'm going to put the dark one in my kit. Ardell kit here that I don't think I've ever touched. Again, there's a lot of shades there, so I might put that in the kit. What I might end up doing is depotting all these and putting them in a little Z palette for a whole bunch of brow colours. There is a lighter Gimme Brow that I've never used. I might stick that in the kit. Another clear gel. I've only used it a couple of times to review it, but definitely holding on to that. Holding on to my dip brow. A nice brow pencil from Ofra. Some of the little classic brow pencils from MAC. Keeping Anastasia 2 MAC ones. See, this is why we need to declutter, because I love this. A few months ago, I loved this and I just forgot I had it. This is the big brow pencil from MAC. This Nude Sticks one has dried out. I'm getting rid of that. The Blink eyebrow mousse, getting rid of that. The Models Prefer brow serum, holding on to that one. Holding on to that. Revlon, because I love that one. This one here is like a pomade and stick. And then the highbrow pencil I'm going to hold on to. So as you could tell, I'm a big fan of the Benefit brow stuff. Okay, so these are a lot of mascaras. There's too many mascaras here. I'm going to put everything that I'm going to keep in this basket, and then the rest of it will be going in the bin because they're quite old. Okay, so they're in the keep pile. Okay, liners. Alright, so these are all my liquid liners, and same deal, anything that goes in the basket is going back into the drawer. These ones from Elizabeth Arden are new and I love them. So there's a black, a brown and a purple. Gels, pencil, liners, cream liners. Okay, the cream shadows I cleaned out like a few weeks ago, or just before Christmas, so I'm not going to touch that one. But there's some stuff from Scandalise, there's Nude Sticks, there's some paint pots, there's Scandalise, and there's the Maybelline colour tattoos in there. But that's looking a little better, especially the mascaras. And then this next drawer is where, oh, hey Chloe. Yeah, this next drawer is where things start to get a little messy because that for one. So there's just a lot of stuff here, and I like mostly everything that's in here. So the way that this drawer is set out is we have cream blushes or liquid blushes, apart from that, liquid illuminators, we've got highlighters, and we've got blushes there. So it's all over the place at the moment. So I want to go through and get rid of a few products that I don't use or that I don't like. So this is the Sleek Solstice palette, and I just don't use it because it's far too icy for me. So I'm going to, Chloe, just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this one on to someone else. So these here are my cream or liquid blushes. I've got two here from H&M, and let's see, I might just keep one of these. Really great quality products. Got this from London actually. Ooh, I think I'm going to keep the corally one. Cha Cha tint I'm going to get rid of because I just never wear it. I think I'll hold on to these two though. This is another H&M blush, but I just love the colour of this one, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. I've got one of the Josie Moran Coconut Wood cheek colours. I might get rid of that one. I've got a cheek tint here. Mum might like this one, so I'll pass that one on to her. Then I've got this Photo Ready Finish cheek colour. I'm going to keep that one. I've had that one for ages, but I love the formula of this. This is my only Benetint. I'm going to get rid of it because it's very watery and it's not for me. Next is the Majorette from Benefit. I'm going to hold on this just a little bit longer. And then these two are really similar. So the Aqua Blush 12 Hour and the Dandelion Dew. When I say they're similar, I mean that the formula is pretty similar. I'm going to keep the Bourjois. So that's a little better, isn't it? Alright, next are liquid or cream illuminators. The first thing I'm going to get rid of is this Hot Sand, just because it's very old. It's about 2 years old. These I really like, but I'm just not using them. I'm going to put these in my kit. Girl Meets Pearl. I've had this for at least 3 years. I'm going to get rid of that, but it's beautiful. I've got 2 of the Poured Skin Perfected. So that one's Champagne Pop, that one's Opal. No way I'm getting rid of those, so they're staying. Same goes for this cream colour base in Luna. This is lovely. I'm going to get rid of this Models Prefer stick highlighter just because it's too dark for me. Didn't even know I had this, the Josie Moran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizer. I'm going to keep that because I've just never used it. What's up? Oh, what do I do, guys? I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit longer because I just haven't been using it. Alright, another product that I don't use because I don't even know I've got it because it's under other products. So this is a really nice illuminator. I'm going to hold on to that one. I have to use this one. Eye Bright I'm going to get rid of. Highbrow Glow I'm going to keep. And Highbrow, I've got the other one, so I'll get rid of that. Sunbeam I'm going to keep because it's beautiful. Holding on to that for a little bit longer. I just haven't given this one a proper chance. And then I've got Champagne Pop and Opal in the liquid. I feel like these are a ridiculous size. They're just so big. You could make them half the size and that would still be enough product. It's crazy. Okay, I'm going to keep these. While we're here, there's also this product which is Halo, and it's like a jelly consistency from Zoeva. I'm definitely keeping this. Alright, so that's done, that's done. These 4 items, which are the Becca split pans, are not going anywhere. Not for the time being anyway. And let's get on to highlighters. I really like this palette, particularly these 3. But I don't know if it's worth keeping something for only half the shades when they're pretty similar to what I've already got. But I really like this. The quality is amazing. I reckon I've got some friends that really could give this a good home, so I'm going to pass this one along. Definitely holding on to the Hourglass. This is a little highlighting blush palette that I'm definitely going to keep. This one here from Maybelline, I really only use the blush in this. And it's really similar to so many other shades, so I'm going to pass this one along. This one I just picked up, it's the Skin Twinkle from Tarte. I'm definitely going to keep this one. That's what I was saying about the other palette, the NYX one. These ones are pretty similar. And then there's this, I didn't know about this, but there's this really weird textured one in the middle. It's a kind of a matte, very thin powder. So I don't use that one so much, but the other 2 shades are beautiful. So keeping that. Tarte Exposed, keeping 2 of the new highlighters from Makeup Geek. I've got Midnight Sun, which is a lot like Opal. And then I've got Lit, which is a duochrome. Keeping those. We'll be getting rid of the Body Shop just because it's so pink. It's more of a blush than a highlighter. Mary Lou, definitely keeping. Check that one out. What do you think? Definitely keeping. This is NARS Albatross. It is one of my New Year's resolutions to use this one because it's beautiful. Cindy Luminizer. In the time that I've had this, I've had 2 of these. I just don't use it. I'm going to pass this one along to a friend. This mineralized skin finish I'll be passing on. It's far too dark for me. I don't even know why I opened it in the first place. This was a gift, so yes, way too dark. I think I've barely touched it. Soft and Gentle, keep. Starlight from Anastasia, keeping. And then my 3 Becca pressed. So we've got Moonstone, which is beautiful, keeping that. Opal and Champagne Pop, keeping all 3 of those. Alright, the one that I bought from London, really beautiful colour, reminds me a lot of Albatross. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. It's really pretty. This one I'm going to get rid of, however. It's really beautiful, but it's just not as pigmented. It doesn't show up on the skin as much, so getting rid of that one. Okay, that's a lot more tidy. Now this one is a hot mess. Keeping for now. Keeping, even though it's in shocking state. Keeping, just because it's so unique. Keeping all of those. I'm actually going to get rid of this one because I have quite a lot of pinks. It's beautiful though. Me Cosmetics blush is so pretty, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. I just don't use it. I've got 3 of the Bourjois pots. They look so similar on camera, but they're really very different. But for now, I'm keeping them. Melba is going nowhere. Dandelion, I think I will pass along. Tarte Amused is so old. Look at the packaging. So that probably gives you some indication of how old it is. I'm going to get rid of that, and I might actually chuck this one away. MAC Love Cloud, I'm keeping. Mixed Peach, I just opened and the packaging fell apart, so that made up my mind. I was actually going to keep it, but I'll throw it away. This Arbonne one is really pretty, but it barely shows up on my skin, so I'm going to get rid of that. The Hourglass I'm going to keep for a little longer. And then NARS Desire, I never wear it, but I just want to keep it because it's so different. Gilda is a beautiful shade, and of course Orgasm I'm keeping. I am, however, going to get rid of Super Orgasm. And then at the back, there's some items. This was my original hauler that I've lost. Look at that, it's the old packaging. This one here is like a shimmery, they call it a face powder, but it's a bronzer. It's really, really dark. I don't even think they make it anymore, so I'm gonna throw it away. I searched high and low for this one, and it was stuck behind drawer. Okay, we have my palette drawer. So it's mostly eye palettes with a few face palettes in it. I'm gonna leave this till last. And go on to this drawer here. So this is the majority of my lipstick. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually move these to that empty drawer over there. So I'm going to pull each section out one by one and pick out anything that I might be getting rid of. But I don't think there's going to be that much because I do heavily cull this one pretty often. If you knew how many lipsticks I had, this would be a very big achievement. So I'm going to just pull these out because anything that sort of sticks out that I know I'm not going to use anymore, I'm going to pull that out, and otherwise I'm going to stick it straight into the other drawer on the other side. So these are my MAC lipsticks. There are some limited edition ones, like some collection ones. There are a whole bunch of different shades. A lot of them are bright colours, but there are a lot of neutrals in there as well. I'm going to hold on to all of those for now. And I'm going to go ahead and put them straight in here. Hopefully this drawer will close. Yes. The next is this little caddy here. So this is that last drawer that I pulled out. I ended up getting rid of all of these because some of them smell a bit funny, and so those ones were actually mixed in with it, but I'm going to keep those separate because they're more high-end ones. These are all drugstore ones. And I've pulled this drugstore one out as well. I might try and make them the 2 into 1. So wish me luck with that one. Alright, we have a mixture of drugstore and some high-end here, and we're going to go through that now. And I want to try and decrease this by at least 1/4. See this? You see what this is? This is space. Very good. Okay, so I've got my sort of luxe high-end ones here. I've got my MAC, I've got my drugstore, I've got my some more drugstore here, and then I've got kind of got the middle of the range, halfway between, but sort of luxe. So very exciting. And it means that that entire drawer is empty, which means I can sort out my palettes. But it also means that this drawer underneath, in which I put my minis, I've also now got some space to put some extra liquid lips if I want to, as well as some of my lip glosses, which have just been smashed into a little container down the bottom down there because I don't use them all that often. And look at all of those. Now these are not being thrown in the bin, most of these are being shared to see if anybody wants some more shades. Alright, check this out. The lipstick drawers are done. So lip glosses, minis, and then here we've got like drugstore matte lips. Okay, so now we've got this drawer empty, apart from this, which we'll chuck out. And then in here, this last one, we've got all extra stuff, which I'm going to go through now. Okay, so this is the last of it. And in some ways, it's the hardest drawer. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of much from here. Again, I do go through, especially with singles and stuff, and get rid of stuff that I'm not using anymore. Alright, it is legitimately nuts how excited I am to show you this. So, we have all of my singles and anything that's just a really tiny little palette there. And then all of my small palettes are here, going up to some middle-sized ones. So these are all little tiny eyeshadow palettes. And then here we have anything that's like a face palette, like a mixture. So we've got the blush one from Gwen Stefani, we've got the Hourglass one, the Jaclyn Hill one, the Je ne sais quoi from Cosmetics, which I'm loving at the moment, and then a couple of others. And then I've also stuck glitter glue in, but I think I'm going to stick this in with my pigments. And then all of my organisational dreams come true. I've stuck that in the back there so they don't fall over, but I've put everything kind of like size-like, so my chocolate bar palettes, Zoliva, and then a few other bits and pieces. And the only palette that I actually am getting rid of is this one here. And it's not because it's not good, I really like it, but I've had it for a very long time and I'm just, I never use it anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this one. But apart from that, that's it. Okay, so before I end this extremely long video, I just want to show you how things look now. Here's what we have. I'm so excited. Draw 1, lipstick. Draw 2, more lip products. Draw 3, skincare stuff. Draw 4, nail polishes. Draw 5, we've got fake nails, lashes, nail care. And then up here we have Colourpop stuff and pigments. We have face powders here, concealers, foundations, and then like contour, bronzy sort of stuff. Got liquid lipsticks up here, so on. Then in this top drawer, brow, mascara, eyeliners, a few tools, and then some eyeshadow bases. Second drawer, liquid blushes. I ended up finding that I did have a brand new high beam. I've just put that in there for now. I put the older one in my kit. Liquid cream highlighters. There's some blushes here. All my powder highlighters, all my powder blushes. Singles, small palettes, face palettes, eyeshadow palettes. And then just some random extra stuff in there. Alright, what a massive video. I can't believe you have stuck around to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time with a video that I promise is less than an hour. Thanks, bye.